Let's go! What's good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. I'm LotusAsakura, the one who never knows best, and in today's video, bringing you guys some more Persona 5 The Phantom X. And of course, today we've got the release of a brand new character, none other than Haru Okumura, aka Noir. I don't know about you guys, but as somebody who's played Persona 5 and loved that game, and Royal as well, I always felt really bad for Haru. Not just because of the tragic story that takes place, you know, in her arc with that whole palace and everything, but also because when it comes to, you know, the social aspect of Persona 5 and, you know, your confidants or social links or whatever you want to refer to them as, and, you know, you can romance a character in these games. With Haru, I always felt bad because she's so sweet, she's so innocent, she's so precious, right? She's adorable. But by the time you meet her in the story, you're more than like halfway through the game. You've probably already made your choice. You know what I mean? It's very rare that I come across somebody whose like favorite girl is Haru, or they tell me they picked Haru on their first playthrough, because usually by the time you meet her, you either have already made up your mind about like which character you like the most, if you haven't already like picked them as a romance option. Now, for some people that might not stop you, you know what I'm saying? So some of y'all out there, y'all just go ahead and just be romancing everything and say, you know what I'm saying? But brothers like me, we keep it loyal typically. So yeah, anyway, that being said, we do have the release of a brand new character. I'm not entirely certain of what my plan is here in terms of like going for the weapon. I feel like I should go for it because it's really good. You'll see I've already made my selections here with Ryuji's weapon and Yuki. We've actually got quite a few weapons for characters at this point. You'll see I've got quite a few 5 stars. I've got An, Rin, we've got Shun, Leon. I ended up losing a 50-50 and ended up getting florets. So we've also got Vino and Win. So when it comes to the 4-star characters that I actually like use on a regular basis, I've got all their 5 stars. So now we're kind of, well, except for Yukimi, which is why she's been added here. And I was like, okay, I keep pulling Ryuji. My Ryuji's like, I think I've got A5 on Ryuji at this point. And with my luck, it won't be long till we get him A6. And I hear that he is useful later down the line, even if you do have Mesa. So I was like, okay, I guess it would be worthwhile getting his weapon. I mean, it's not like any of these other characters like a top priority for me right now. So yeah, there's that. You guys know I usually do my yaps and give a bit of an account update and everything as well when I do these videos. I think the way I'm going to do this moving forward, at least that's how I'm going to try this out for this video, is that we'll jump into the summons a bit quicker than I normally do, and then I'll do my yaps and account update and everything like that in the latter half of the video. Also, something I'm trying differently, you guys will notice over here that I've got the chat on screen. I am live on Twitch right now, twitch.tv/LotusAsakura, links in the description down below. I'm usually live when I do these videos, but I normally don't have the chat on screen. I know a lot of creators out there, not just P5X, but just in general, right? YouTubers and streamers, they usually will have the chat on screen. I usually don't, because I just think things look better and cleaner without the chat. But I don't know, for some people that adds to the experience. It feels more immersive. People like to see the reactions. You guys let me know how you feel about it. Are you rocking with it? Are you not? Should I take it off? Should I leave it on? We're gonna leave it on for this video. It is 4 a.m. as I record this video, so it's not like the chat's gonna be like super live or anything like that. But we got a few heads in here, and to those who did pull up, I greatly appreciate y'all. Y'all some real ones for pulling up at 4 in the morning. But yeah, come to the streams. You heard them. Come to the streams. Hit that follow button. Links always in the description. Anyway, that being said, we gonna jump right into this. You'll notice that I do have a decent amount of crystals, jewels, and tickets. I did spend a little bit of paper, but I've also grinded quite a lot. I cleared out all the events as per usual, which we'll talk about a little bit later. I did the math real quick. I've only got about 95-ish pulls here. We are going to go on the 110 banner. It just feels like it's always the most worthwhile. Also, by the way, more 4 stars, man. We need some new 4 stars. Like, I know we're already following a set schedule, so we're not going to get surprised with some new 4 stars. We know like when to expect new characters in this game, but man, it does really suck to just have these same characters over and over again, because I've got every 4-star character maxed out, but it is what it is. If I have to go to 110, I will. We've got plenty of Violet Cognigems still saved up to get the extra, like, was it 15 or so, you know, pulls that we need, and we'll have even more Violet Cognigems by the time we get to that point. And yeah, I think I will go for the weapon. I only have 26 coins right now. Maybe I'd get lucky and we get the weapon within 30 pulls. I highly doubt it, but if I need to, maybe we'll sprinkle a little bit of cheddar in there as well, or some gems. I don't really know. Hopefully we get lucky though. I will go to 110 if I have to, but if I get her earlier, that would be great. And we would also just be just shy of the extra rewards. I've also got a ton of gold tickets saved up. I don't know if we're gonna spend those right now. I think I'm just gonna keep hoarding those until stuff gets added to it. Anyway, let's go ahead and finally jump in. I said we was gonna get the yaps, you know, in the later half, and I still yapped for almost 5 minutes before we actually hit the summon button. But it is what it is. Anyway, also, am I psycho for how I draw a star? I feel I assume that this is how most people draw a star, but apparently the way I draw a star is a little bit strange or different compared to some people. I mean, now that I think about it, that was actually a like a whole thing on Twitter once. I remember it was like it was like one of those tweets that just randomly went viral. Somebody asked like, how do you draw a star? And there was like a bunch of different like ways it showed people draw a star, like which point they start with and which point they end with or whatever. And apparently the way I do it is not the most common, which is odd to me because that's the way I was taught and this is the way I've always known people to draw a star. But you know, you start there, 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 there. You know what I mean? I don't know. I saw a few methods where I'm just like, oh, you're a psychopath, but I guess people think the same thing about me. But I don't know. Yeah. These do me no good. These do me no good. We're already 20 deep. Go back in with it. I always start with the V. If I'm feeling fancy, I like to start it like an A. Start it like an A? How do you even do that? How you do that? Oh, Metape. When they gonna give us a playable Metape character? You know what I'm saying? Actually, I think I recall it may have been something that was teased, and I guess this is spoilers for, you know, way later down the line. But I guess in terms of characters, like I said, yeah, I don't think people really care too much about like being surprised with which characters is coming out. But if I'm not mistaken, I think I saw like a leak or a teaser or something that mentioned that like we could potentially be getting like Caroline and Justine as a unit in the game. That would be really cool. Getting the attendants would be super sick. Elizabeth, Metape, Caroline, Justine, the whole nine, you know what I'm saying? Or Marie actually I would like a lot. She's one of my favorite attendants, personally. Ain't looking too good thus far. It ain't looking too good thus far. Also, I would have way more jewels than I currently do. I wouldn't even have to dip into my Violet Cognitive Gems. However, I cleared out the training sets on the previous rotation or whatever you want to call it, which costs about what's like 1900 a pop. 9, 18, 27. There was a 4, so yeah, I spent over like 3,000 meta jewels clearing out all the training sets and stuff because I want to stay stocked up on materials, which we do at this point. I don't even know if I'm going to clear them out this time because we're so stocked up and most of my characters are so well built, just in terms of like, you know, being level 80 and everything like that, that you know, maybe I don't need to keep spending my jewels on that. Maybe I can skip a rotation or two and be Gucci. I have like almost 5 million Kompaku gems, despite the fact that I'm always building up a brand new character every time it releases. And yeah, I've got characters that are level 70 or 80 that I don't even really use like that. Yeah, I'm so glad they added the 110 banner because the amount of times I had to go to 80 just to lose a 50-50, I feel like that would still be happening to me on a very regular basis. We're already at 60 out of 110. No 5-star in sight. Please? Please? Miss Floofy? No. Okay. Word. Squidward eared. All my rolls would go to her for Elizabeth. I don't blame you. I do not blame you. Alright, bro. Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be real rough keeping up with the release schedule of this game moving forward. You know, my biggest, I can't say I regret it. My biggest, like, I mean, it kind of is a regret, but more so just like, I just don't have the funds. I really wish I had A1 Makoto. And okay, I will say I do regret when her rerun came around that I didn't just like go in and just do it and just let it fly. I don't know when we'll ever see her rerun again. And maybe by the time we do, it won't necessarily be worth it. But like my Makoto, I just feel like just is so much weaker than everybody else's, man. And yeah, I just really wish I had that A1 because I feel like it would make such a big difference in like the scores I get in certain things. I honestly, spoiler alert for talking about some of the events later, because I did clear out all the events, but on the Seth Trial of Thorns, I did not get the badge for level 45, which it is. I got the one for Trumpeter, but my Makoto I just couldn't. It just wasn't strong enough. Which I don't like. sometimes I'm like, okay, like a smarter person than me would still be able to clear this. Like I'm clearly just doing something wrong because like it's real quick. It's not like she's weak, like she's well built, but like I just like 98 rating, you know what I'm saying? Like I got, you know, my stats aren't like the best, but they're not bad. But I don't know, man. It's just like I run through certain events. I'm just like, yo, like my scores just be nowhere near what other people have, or there'll be like certain rotations that get figured out, or like certain, you know, strategies, and I just can't kill a boss quickly enough compared to other people. And I just feel like if I had that A1, that would never be an issue. But that's on me for not springing for it when she first dropped, and then not even going for the rerun. I'm mad though because like they had the whole little Black Friday sale, whatever, that came and went very quickly. But then also I think that happened after they had already taken the Yusuke Makoto banners away, which if they had left it up for an extra couple of days or a week or whatever, I probably would have done it. It's really annoying that they had like 4 or 5 banners all out at the same time, and then the Yusuke and Makoto reruns were like so short. And then yeah, I sprung for the Yusuke weapon, and I'm glad that I did that, but it just oh man, it's a pain. It's a pain. It's too much. It's too much going on in this game. Anyway, that being said, we gotta go ahead and grab some meta jewels because we are a bit shy. I'm gonna go ahead and spend 150 of these, and yeah. Come on, can you spare me just a little bit? Can you spare me just a little bit? Alright, bro. Alright, bro. Alright, bro. Okay, I'll go get another Thou Wow. Shout out to the Violet Cogna Gems, bro, for saving my legacy. These have been saving my legacy the last couple of cycles. Come here. Could I get a double? Could I get a double? My first ever. It would be so awesome. It would be so cool. Not that Haru is necessarily a character that I would want that. Oh, for a second I was like, wait, what? Where the? Because I didn't even see the sparkles on the initial contract. I was about to be real confused. And we got Noir. Haru Okumura, welcome to the team. Anything else in here by chance? No. For a second I thought maybe, just maybe, but no. Welcome Haru to the team. A little anticlimactic, but it is what it is. Like I said, at least it's on the 110 banner now, and I'm just guaranteed to get her whenever I have to go all the way in, which is typically going to be the case on this banner. They did boost the rates compared to when the 110 banner originally released, like on the Asia servers, but you know, it still is what it is. Now, we've got 26 platinum millicoins. I do want the weapon. The question is, how bad do I want the weapon? It is a pretty damn good weapon. I don't remember if we took a look at it or not already, but you get a big boost to your element accuracy, a big boost to psychokinesis damage, and a big boost to your attack as well. It's definitely worth it. So I am going to spend these coins. Maybe the luck will be here on the weapon banner. Maybe that also, I think I'm on 50-50 as well. Right? Because the last weapon I got was Yusuke's, and I lost that 50-50. And I had to go in a lot further than I wanted to in order to get that. So I think I'm back on 50-50, which if I am going to lose it, please let it be to Yukimi's weapon, because I'd really rather have that over Ryuji, but it is what it is. I do also have like some of the, was it the Gecko coins or the Salamander coins, whatever. So I could just go exchange for Yukimi's weapon at the shop if I want to, but I was kind of hanging on to those for the moment, but we will see. Tell me something nice? No, of course not. Of course not. Oh, brother man, brother man, brother man. Alright, one more again. I think I got an early 5-star on the weapon banner once before, but I don't remember how early we talking. Nah, of course not. Just go ahead and skip through. We get Yuki's 4-star. I actually don't remember if I have her 4-star maxed out or not. So I guess if we are gonna get 4 stars, that'd be nice. Okay, we've got 6 more coins that would get us to around 30. But do I want to just? Yeah, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I've got 20 more millicoins. Probably not gonna be enough, but we'll see. One can hope. I really don't want to have to go in any further than this. truth be told. But you know, maybe I'm just being a bit stingy. I guess instead of like buying more coins, I might spend some Violet Cognitive Gems on it because they're there for a reason, right? So, but hopefully I won't have to go that far, you know, because the game's gonna bless me right here, coming right up, early 5-star. It was worth a shot, you know what I'm saying? I believed for a moment. All right, let's do this again. Bro, please, bro, please. Yeah, this is to be expected. This is to be expected. Double 4-star though. Not that I need either of these because I'm pretty sure Soi's weapon is maxed out. Actually, no, well, I have the 5-star for both these characters, so these are useless. Okay. Yeah, let's just do it, bro. Let's just do it. At least let me win the 50-50, man. Like, if you're gonna make me go through this, like, the all I asked for is to win the 50-50. I don't think that's asking for too much. Getting a lot of Moko 4-stars. The great thing about the weapon banner at the very least is that it's only 1,000 instead of 1,500, which I always forget until I'm doing summons, but bro, please, bro, I hate it here. I hate it here so much. I keep getting stuff that I don't need. All right, here it is, all or nothing. Well, actually, we only need. Now I'm gonna do the full 10. I was gonna say we only need 6 more, so maybe I'll just. Well, actually, no. I should actually only do the 6 because I'm spending crystals and I want to spend actual meta jewels, so I don't want to do more than I actually need. So we actually are gonna do this one by one. I promise I'm not trying to stat pad the video, but I'm just trying to preserve as many jewels as I can because I just, you know what I'm saying. I don't like spending jewels on the weapon banner, really. But desperate times call for desperate measures. Oh. Oh, why did I think that was a 5-star? I got baited so hard. I thought that was the 5-star colors. I saw the purple and I'm immediately thinking, okay. I got mad excited. Anywho, y'all didn't see that. Y'all didn't see that. Man, make it a completely different no, is this the 5-star? Oh, thank God. That's very similar. It's like a purplish, bluish Cosmo. Bang! We win the 50-50. That's all that matters. Let's go! Okay. So, and I'm glad I did it one by one because it only took us 2 more summons. That we win the 50-50, we get Haru's weapon. Had to go a little bit harder than I really wanted to, but we will gladly take that. That is a W for sure. All right, so let's go ahead and get to building. So go ahead and collect our awards. I've got cards for Haru in terms of like the set that she wants. I don't know if I've got stuff that in terms of like substats that she really wants, but yeah, going back to talking about my account, you'll see I've got a lot of level 80 characters. Most of my characters are level 80 at this point. And the ones that aren't at 80, I could get them there if I really wanted to. Yeah, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 characters if you count Haru, but we're about to max her out right away. And you'll see, we go into the training, got plenty of compendiums again from both just grinding the game and playing, and then also like clearing out the training sets. A ton of aromas, you know what I'm saying? It's like we're not gonna be running out of those anytime soon. We're gonna get her straight to 80, and then you'll see with the weapon that we've also got, you know, plenty of weapon crystals and gold parts as well. So yeah, we're building a surplus of materials at this point because even though it feels like characters are releasing very quickly, you know, once you've got everything you have built, it just starts stacking and stacking and stacking. So we'll never be short on any of this stuff ever again, I feel like. Which is a good thing. So boom, get her straight to level 80. Get the avatar, get some more golden tickets. I got a golden ticket. Then stick it over to her weapon. Go ahead and get that bad boy right there. Yes, sir. And then, yeah, tons and tons of gold parts. And tons of crystals. But go ahead and get this straight to level 80 as well. Where does Haru rank for you guys among Persona 5 characters and amongst Persona characters in general? She's certainly not my favorite, but I do think she's pretty cool. I like her more than a lot of the characters in P4, I'll say. P4 probably has like, nah, P5 has my least favorite cast, I think, overall, of like the 3, I guess, main games or like modern games or whatever. I don't know what this was meant to be. The 3 like main games, or the 3 modern games, is what I really meant to do there with my hands. I'm out here throwing up gang signs and anyway. But that being said, it's not like I hate the characters or anything. It's just I think P3 has the best cast, and then P4 and P5 I think like are definitely like a couple steps below. But you know, anyway, let me go ahead and pull up Luful.net real quick just so I can have that to the side and use that as my little reference point. So for Haru, in terms of card sets, she wants wisdom and pleasure, which I'm pretty sure I've got some wisdom cards. I don't think I've got that many of them though. Let me see. For wisdom, we've only got 7. Okay, and she wants element accuracy, crit, stuff like that. So we do have this one on Mesa. This one has element accuracy, but it didn't get boosted. This actually isn't bad and it's already leveled up. This one has element accuracy, speed, and attack. This one also has element accuracy and attack and crit. This one's already leveled up, but I've got some the jewels, crystals, whatever they're called. I'm drawing a blank right now. Probably worthwhile going for the 5-star one, right? So let's go ahead and level that up. You see, we got these are the hardest thing to farm for, I swear. Just because like I feel like you don't get that. Nah, no. Let's try that again. That's much better. Thank you. Wow, that's significantly better. Good, yo, they really tried to play me. 4 in the defense. Are you dead ass? Anyway, that just pissed me off. Anyway. So yeah, so as far as subsets go, we want element accuracy, pierce, and crit, and then attack is like kind of like the third priority. So let's go ahead and pleasure set. I did farm up a little bit. So in terms of subsets, we're gonna say element accuracy is the most important. So let's do that. We got element accuracy and crit. We'll use this one for now. Element accuracy, damage multiplier, speed, damage multiplier, attack, defense. We'll take the crit over that. Attack, defense. Speed, element accuracy, element accuracy, pierce rate, and attack. Damage multiplier, attack, proceed. See, if that was attack percent, that'd be pretty good. I think we're gonna stick with this one. I don't necessarily want to level it up just yet. And then for the rest of these, for the moon, obviously, for moon, she actually wants the damage multiplier. So, do we have one that's damage multiplier main stat with? No, we do not, with element accuracy substat. This one gives us attack percent and pierce. Between these two, we'll go with this one for the moment. And then, let's see, crit rate or element accuracy. Let's see. Oh, we've actually got a bunch of element accuracy ones. Okay. Probably gonna be, ooh, yes. That might be perfect. Attack percent, attack one. This one's also really good, actually. I think we will prioritize the crit rate and the pierce rate more. This one is also good, but I think we're gonna stick with that first one. We actually had some good cards for this. I'm actually gonna level this one up right now. This one's all a-okay to me. We get HP, which isn't, and we get 2 of them to go to HP, but not ideal, but whatever, it could be worse. And then for the Sky, she wants attack, it seems. So, do we have attack with ailment accuracy substat? That would be nice. Yes, we do. Get an extra speed. I actually don't know where she wants to go in terms of speed, but for now, we're gonna let this rock. Actually, this is even better. This is even better. If we need more speed, we'll figure that out. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Hey, Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I needed. That right there, that's exactly what I like to see right there. Perfect. We got flat HP, nothing went to that. We got extra pierce, crit, and element accuracy. We call that a dub. You feel me? All right, cool. I'm not gonna level up these two cards just, well, this one actually might be worthwhile. I do have a bunch of like fortune, which you call them things. Well, we got a lot of these incense boxes. Four-star weapon case as well. These fortune revelations. So I might spend some of these, or a bunch of these, or all of these, who knows, to see if I can get a couple of better cards for her. But yeah, we also need to level up her persona skills, obviously. Let me go ahead and get rid of these notifications, otherwise it's gonna drive me crazy. I hate that I'm just gonna always perpetually have a notification on thieves, because as you're collecting your your Stardust, is gonna have it. It's gonna want you to use it on a character that you can, that's available right now. Anyway, Haru, where did you go? Where's the floof? Where'd the floofy girl go? Am I blind? Haru? I seem to have lost Haru. There she is. Anyway, so in terms of her skills, you kind of want 1 and 3 the most, right? So we'll go ahead and level these up a lot. I'll level these up all to 8, I think. I don't know if I want to spend my incense just yet on Haru. Those are so hard to come by, man, that I kind of be getting stingy with them. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I was spending those willy-nilly at the start. And yeah, I got 5 of them right now, so like I could get her up there, but we're gonna hold on to those for the moment, I think. But I don't know if I have another character that I'd rather use those on right now, because I do have some characters who are not maxed out in terms of their persona skills that I use very frequently, that it might be worth my while spending those on. We'll go ahead and get this one up there too. I feel like her skill 2 is probably going to be like the least important one of these, so I'm not even going to actually bother spending resources on that just yet, because I would assume that her rotation is just like spamming 1 and 3 over and over again, if I had to take a guess, without really knowing too much about how to optimally build her. And then yeah, and then there's Haru. So you know, definitely still got some work to do. If we level up 2 more of her cards, she'd easily be in the 90s, and I could probably get that even higher if we boost the skills. But it's a pretty good build so far. So we actually still need a lot more crit mold, but it'll be okay. So yeah, that's that. In terms of the account and updates on the events and everything like that, we can jump over here to the other monitor, and you guys will see that if we take a look here, bong bong. So on the previous cycle, I did manage to stay in C3 for Sea of Souls. I'm not gonna lie, it's getting harder and harder to stay competitive in the Sea of Souls. Yeah, C3 is the highest I can ever make it anymore. And honestly, I fell down to C1 and I had to really bust my ass to get back up this high. Fortunately, like I am a little spender on the game, and I've got every character, so like I can run the optimal stuff, but I'm not like a giga whale. So I used to be able to get C2 very easily up until 8-star, and I think the first season of 8-star might have been C2. I can't remember for sure. Did I get C2 ever since I've been 8-star? I don't remember. But yeah, like C3 is the highest I can ever go. Like I've never ended one of these higher than C3. It get real competitive up there, bro. Actually, one of these ones I was like top 100, top 200, something like that, and it still wasn't C2. I'm like, damn, bro, like how high do I gotta be to really, you know what I'm saying? So there is that. And then also, how do I forget how to do this. Is it this? Whoops. I forget the, hold on, chat. I forget what the I can't remember the fucking keyboard command to like shift tabs. Any knowers? Anyone remember the keyboard shortcut to like go between tabs? I can't remember. I thought it was like Alt Shift, Shift Control, something like that. Alt Tab. No, not Alt Tab. There's like a different command. So like on this monitor, I have like multiple tabs pulled up, and there's a way to just like cycle between them. Not Alt Tab. There's a different command, and I can't remember it right now. And I'm just trying a bunch of shit. None of it's working. Shift, no. Am I dead? Can't remember. Control tab? Yeah, that's what I'm trying. There we go. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Thank you. So what was I saying before I... Yeah, so C3 seems like this is going to be the highest I'm ever going to be able to make it because I'm just never going to spend enough money to be as competitive as some of these other people, especially with my A0 Makoto that can't compete with everybody else's. Regardless, yeah, so I was top 21%, it looks like at the end, which, yeah, I squeezed out every little bit that I felt like I could, and the 21% was the highest I could get. Then when it comes to Unconditional Love Phase 2, you'll see I managed to clear all this out, got my Joy Medals, got my Meta Jewels, and then we get to Trial of Thorns, which, this one kicked my ass. I'm not gonna lie. Trumpeter was low-key lightweight. I ain't gonna lie. We got all the jewels, we got all the joy modes. So I got everything that was important, right? I got all the main rewards, but I didn't manage to get the badge for Seth. I was able to clear level 45 with Trumpeter. Honestly, that was pretty easy. Seth, however, was a huge pain in the ass. And the strategy I saw some people using for Makoto, I just couldn't do because my Makoto just couldn't kill Seth quickly enough, man. I really need that A1. And there might have been other strategies and teams out there that could have done it without Makoto or like that would have worked, but I don't know. I'm sure the thing is too, like, I didn't want it bad enough, clearly, right? Because I'm sure there are free-to-play players out there that could clear it and did clear it and got the badge. And I've got more than enough teams and characters and everything that should have been able to clear this. But I got frustrated and I was like, you know what, bro, I'm over it. Like I gave up. I was like, you can have it. I really don't even care anymore. I'm never going to even put that badge on my profile. Anybody, niggas, no one would even know that I don't have it because I would never use it or show it, and no one does unless I said it. But it is what it is. Yeah, Trumpeter was light work. And then yeah, that's pretty much it for that. So going back to the game, just in terms of characters and everything like that, I recently I built up Sepia as well, a little bit more for that to try to clear out Seth, and I just wasn't having a good time with that. But it is what it is. This is what Yui's looking like. She's still underwhelming in terms of build, honestly, but she's serving me well in like Metro Desire and everything like that. Speaking of Metro Desire and the palace, if we go ahead and take a look here, you'll see for the Velvet Trials, I've made a little bit of progress. I haven't like actually maxed all of these out. Honestly, I'm slacking heavily on this. There's more joy medals to be gotten from this, and I need to go ahead and clear those because it would make what's the new knife, the starry knight, whatever it's called. That would make that even stronger. I've got it R5 right now, but I haven't maxed it out. Metro Desire, like, I'm very slow with progress. We also just got new stuff added to the Metro Desire. So we've got the Wish line, I believe it's called. So I'm 110 out of 150 right now, and we're 23 out of 44 on the special operations. I will be working toward this because this is a good place to get these sun crystals, honestly. So I need to be doing this more because, like I said, those are the hardest things to like really grind up, and you get purple ones from that as well. So really worth your while. And then in terms of the palace, we're 82% overall, it looks like, right? Yeah, so we were 100% it originally. We're at 67% out of the new joint. I will go back and eventually 100% this. I haven't done it just yet. But yeah, I do want this refinement for Ex Machina because Ex Machina is obviously a great knife. I never maxed out Arc Knife or like these either, like Senite Inferno or All In. I've been R5 on All In for so long just because I've been too lazy to go back and 100% Miyazawa's Palace. The thing is, again, because this is like always here, you can always go back and do this. For the limited time events, I always make sure that I lock in and clear that. But I be dilly-dallying when it comes to like the permanent content because it's permanent. It's like, what's the rush? Maybe what's your mind? What's the, I don't know the lyrics of the Leon Thomas song. Take your time. What's the rush? Something like that. Yeah, Sea of Souls is back. And Thieves Secrets as well. You see, we clear these out always. And I cleared out the shop on Cherish's like secret shop or whatever. Only thing I didn't clear was the Kenpaku gems, but I mean, you saw it. We just spent a bunch of Kenpaku gems maxing out Haru, and I still have 3.5 million, so we're gonna be Gucci on that always. In terms of synergies, we've been working at that. You see I'm S level 33. Currently working with Kira Katazato. We just gonna call him Kira Mesa. We're working on Mesa, but every time I try to pronounce his last name, I fumble. And I just started Muse like literally yesterday, if I'm being completely honest. But we're working at it. Metapay is still the only one I have at level 20. I've got a bunch of them that are like 17, 18, somewhere around there. Yeah, that's that. Anything else noteworthy or worthwhile talking about when it comes to my account? I feel like there is some stuff, but I just really can't remember. Yeah, I mean, you see the characters, you see the builds. Yeah, man, one refinement or one awareness away from having on maxed out, that'd be cool. Okay, that's gonna do it for today's video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Hit this video with a like if you enjoy it. Subscribe if you haven't already so you can stay tuned for all this content up and I'm bringing you. And with all that being said, that's pretty much all I have today. Remember, that can happen to you swing the bat. Later.